but nothing changes. We should go back to strangers, saying everything that I ever wanted, honest. But I feel too late.
You are something I could only dream of, someone I can lean on when I'm down, someone I can lean on when I'm down. Someone I can lean on when I'm down. Someone I can lean on when I'm down. Whenever I look at you, these feelings inside I can't hide. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you. Whenever I fuck it up, I know you'll be there. I know you swear if we hold on to each other, that'd be fair. Yeah. You are something I could only have dreamed of. You're someone I can lean on when I'm down. Yeah, when I'm down. You're someone I can lean on. Someone I can lean on when I'm down. Someone I can lean on when I'm down.
Pause on the music. Actually, it might not be a bad idea to leave the music on, hey? Just something in the background, turn it down a little bit. Instead of just Zach's blabbing away with nothing else. I've convinced myself, but now I have to find a good balance.
Someone I can lean on when I'm
This is probably fine, isn't it? What's up, Angel? How you doing?
down.
I am the guy who is tired, has a sore throat from yelling too much, but is here. And even though it's really late for me to be starting, big cluck bag, I'll drink some water to that. Okay, when you go in a Grey Cup, you drink a lot of liquor. And you stay up really late, and then you get up really early, especially when when I'm hanging out there. I hang out with my regular Grey Cup friends, and then I also, who are my dad's age, and then I also hang out with my brother-in-law, who's 2 years older than me. My brother-in-law sleeps in all morning and stays up till 5, 6 in the morning. My regular Grey Cup friends go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, and they're up at 6 or 7 in the morning. You can't do both. If you're going to bed at 5 a.m., you ain't getting up at 6 a.m. because you're gonna be hurty. But I had a good time, so that's good. Oh, damn it, Boyd, I forgot about that. That's good, Angel. I'm glad that you're having fun with Pockets. Hell yeah. Yeah, share the link. 100%. And thank you, Small Prince. This presentation has a lot of art by Small Prince. We have a lot to thank them for. The bulk of the work was done by Void. And then I think you had a bit of help from some other people. Yeah, it was awesome. Grey Cup, what a game. What Void's referring to, talk to me. What Void's referring to is, I was at, so there's different party venues for the different teams. And I'm gonna share more stories about Grey Cup after we're done going through the presentation, because that's more important. The presentation is. But I got the one story. Oh, that's awesome, Ernest. Good to hear. Now we just need Ernest to show up, but you know, whatever. Okay, gotcha. Better for the music? Yeah, I was at one of them. It's called the Spirit of Edmonton, and it's just one of the venues for the team from Edmonton. And I didn't even notice because I don't care. But you walk in, and there is, your standard male, female bathrooms, and then there was just a bathroom that said all genders. I don't know why you'd ever notice. It's just if you need to go pee, you go there and you find which one you feel comfortable with and you go pee. But so I had no fucking clue, but I grabbed my 2 whiskeys because you always got a double fisted at Grey Cup because you don't want to go stand in line all night. And I'm standing at the back, just getting the vibe of the room, figuring out where everything is, deciding if I'm going to go up and dance or not. And some guy comes over wearing the same colors as me, so he supports the same team. He's like, "Hey, you from Saskatchewan?" "Yeah, I'm from Saskatchewan. Where are you from?" "Yeah, I'm from Saskatchewan too." "Oh, cool. So you're only having a good time at Grey Cup?" Yeah, it's great," he says. And then he goes, "No, I'm mostly just really curious about this all-gender bathroom. What the fuck's up with that?" And I was like, what Bill Burr has a joke where he's like, "Feel me out first. Find out if I'm a bigot. Am I attracted to my sister? Ask all the questions before you just lay it out there." And so I asked him, like, kind of mouth open for a second. I'm not that quick. I was just like, what? I didn't even know there wasn't a bathroom labeled all genders. How the fuck do I know? So then I asked him, "Well, do you have a bathroom at home?" "Yeah, I got a bathroom at home." "Do you let anybody who comes to your house use it?" "Yeah." "There's an all-gender bathroom, except I bet you this one has a urinal, so now you're not going to miss when you take a piss." He kind of looked at me, and then he just walked away. I never saw him again. I don't know. That's my little story, making fun of him. Oh, fucking... Stop making me tell stories, Void. We're supposed to talk about this stuff. Okay, some dude who was in his 70s. I met him for the first time. He sat down at our table. There's like 10 of us at a big table. And we're all talking about COVID, being safe because now we're all together. All right, fair, Void. You run the show anyways, so go for it. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, we're all joking about COVID, and you know, got my needle before I left, got my flu shot. So we're talking about how to protect yourselves when you're there, and everyone's just going around the table telling stupid jokes about it. You know, every time I shake someone's hands now, I'm looking for where the bathroom is. It's just your dumb jokes that you tell because you think you're funny and you're really not. Well, then this guy, like, there's a bar of comedy, and there's like the comedy bar, so the comedy level, and then there's the I'm a dumb bigot level. And he decided to just jump right into heavy bigot. And he said, yeah, it's just like whenever you meet those young kids from the colleges, you never know what diseases they're going to give you. Like the homosexuals or the trans or all these diseases. And the table just went silent and we were all looking at each other like, none of us gave you the impression that we think your sexuality or your gender identity has anything to do with the disease, did we? So it was just silence. So then he doubles down, says the whole fucking thing again. We're like, no, this wasn't silence because we were checking to see if it was okay to laugh. No, this was silence because you are a dumbass. So yeah, then he got up and left. So I'm like, yay, he's gone. I'll never see him again. Well, son of a bitch, the next night, he shows up at a VIP event that we get invited to every year because some of the guys in my group, they're connected with one of the teams and the volunteer groups that support the team. So they get us tickets to this special VIP event. And we're sitting at the table again, and this son of a bitch sits beside me. I was texting Void and asking if it was okay to hit somebody when you're at a VIP event or if they're going to escort you out, and then you're going to ruin the special invite that your dad's buddies, there's like, I think there was 10 of us this year who all got to go together because of all of our connections. And I was like, is it okay if I hit a guy and I ruin it for everybody else in the group? Because we're probably going to get escorted out, especially because it was an entirely different event. Yeah, but I'm all talk, Void. I couldn't even spill a drink on him. And so his wife wasn't there the night prior. She was arriving on Thursday. And so he was solo on Wednesday night. Hammered on Wednesday night. Shirts open down to his belly button. Like making dumbass bigoted jokes. I shouldn't even call them jokes. Bigoted statements. And then his wife's there at the VIP event. Shirt's done up tight. No, guys. I've had enough to drink. He's drinking just water and just this super polite fellow. Yeah. He clearly knew that his behavior was wrong if he's hiding it from his wife. He kind of looked like the far left girl. Boyd. Whoops, that moved a lot more than I expected. Anyways, that's why we're here that's not why we're here. What the fuck? This is why we're here. This. So, Void reached out to me like a month back and pointed out that while I'm gone, it's Transgender Awareness Week. What's my DPI? Oh, no, it's... Why did that not go through? Okay, I keep saying allow, but it's not showing it. I don't know what it's doing. You accept it. Anyways. It just got blocked now. I'm done. Hey, Nightshade, how you doing? Missed you too, my friend. I missed streaming. So, Void pointed out that while I'm away at Grey Cup, it happens to coincide with overlap, at least in part, with Transgender Awareness Week, and I'm cheating and put it on my monitor above so I don't screw anything up. November 13th to 19th is a one-week celebration leading up to Transgender Day of Remembrance, which memorializes victims of transphobic violence. We talk a little bit on this stream about, especially back during Pride Month, about the violence in that affects the LGBTQIA+ community. Today focuses more directly on violence against transgender people as a result of transphobia. Got you. I got you. Oops. Whoop. And that's the point of today. For some of you, it's already the 21st, but for me, it's still November 20th. And November 20th is Transgender Day of Remembrance. The intent is to highlight that we know that disproportionately in society, people in the rainbow community suffer far more violence and hate than people outside of the community. For trans people, it's amplified even further, and that's what we're trying to learn. Many people in the community help put this together. Art by Small. Void was the person really organizing, pushing, and put a lot of work into this, who we were hoping would be able to talk a bit, and I could be the dummy in the background asking questions, but Void wasn't able to, so they're gonna be in chat correcting me, or at least making fun of me. Either way is acceptable. And then Spirit and Oknu were also instrumental in putting it together. Also, for trans people of color, it's even worse. Yes, that's fair too. And I think you actually covered that in here too. Cis? Did I use the term cis? Why are you saying that? Laugh at the cis. Oh, the cis. I see. You're calling me. Okay, I get it. I thought I missed something and I misspoke or something. Okay. Look, it's going to be hard for me, I hear. I'm going to screw things up. All right. So what are we, again, reiterating, what exactly is Transgender Awareness Week? Damn, that is really cool colors. A week when transgender people and their allies take action to bring attention to the community by educating the public about who transgender people are, sharing stories and experiences, and advancing advocacy around issues of prejudice, discrimination, and violence that affect the transgender community. For many people, it's living as who they are and how they identify is a risk of violence against them if they ever leave their home. So that's my own interpretation of how I would say that, which is far better written here, but that's my ignorant way of picturing it in my head. That if I tried to picture being a female presenting person in the world, assigned at birth male, and walking out into the world for the first time, I would guarantee you that I would face bigotry, hate, and potentially violence. Especially because I live in a very heavily conservative area. Exactly. Void. Well said. And then today, as I said, November 20th is the Transgender Day of Remembrance. These are big words. Moose doesn't use a lot of big words. I'm going to screw things up here. So if I do, make fun of me. In fact, the RP thing is still on screen. When I screw up the big words, hit me with an RP minus, and you could say I failed at IRL RP. The worst kind of failures. Actually, I didn't ask you this. Is this a picture of Gwendolyn Ann Smith? LinkedIn post. No picture. Why is there no pictures? I like pictures. Well, this is a contributor. That's not the person. Oh, wait, it is the person. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. It's a no. So it was started in 1999 by transgender advocate Gwendolyn Ann Smith, pictured here. Does that actually work if I point that way? Nope, it's pointing the wrong way. That's the direction of my monitor, damn it. It's a vigil to honor the memory of Rita Hester, a transgender woman who was killed in 1998. The vigil commemorated all the transgender people lost to violence since Rita Hester's death and began an important tradition that has become the annual Transgender Day of Remembrance. And the day itself seeks to highlight the losses we face due to anti-transgender bigotry and violence. And this is quoting Gwendolyn. I don't know their preferred pronouns, so this is quoting Gwendolyn themselves. They say, "I am no stranger to the need to fight for our rights, and the right to simply exist is first and foremost. With so many people seeking to erase transgender people, sometimes in the most brutal ways possible, it is vitally important that those we lose are remembered and that we continue to fight for justice." And I will say, as a extra shout out to Void, my cis ass, I didn't know anything about Transgender Awareness Week or Transgender Day of Remembrance. Earlier this year, on September, was it 20th? Orange Shirt Day in Canada. We did a great talk that day about what Orange Shirt Day is. What's up, Nim? It was actually really good. Not enough rest, too much alcohol, but a lot of fun. I knew about and have spent the last few years on that Orange Shirt Day talking about what that means and what it is for the Indigenous community of Turtle Island. I didn't know anything about this, so thank you to Void for that. Hell yeah, we can do that. Why we remember. In 1999, a handful of transgender people sought to highlight the need for awareness around anti-transgender violence. It started in San Francisco, holding the names of those we'd lost in silent testimony. They talk about Rita Hester some more. Chanel Pickett, just 3 years prior to this. Both were transgender women of color, as Void said earlier. Transgender people of color face violence far more often than even anyone else. Oh, another link. See how my links are put in. I get it. Better mute myself. I'm not gonna like to hear it. You know what happened this week? I like to sing at all the events that I go to, and somebody came up. I just sing because I enjoy the music, and somebody stopped me and said, "Wow, your singing voice is so beautiful. I'm really curious, whose voice did they hear? Because that was not my voice." Drunk as a skunk, barely able to articulate words. I'm going to think about that for the rest of my life. Yeah. Anyways. We're going to... Oh, this is the university. Oh, right. I would not have been able to spout this, but I do remember reading about this at one point in time. They love the Muse songs. I certainly wasn't using that voice. Burning the books of trans and gay people. I do remember learning about this at some point in my life. Sexology Research Institute in Germany from 1919 to 1933. The Institut für Sexual Wissenschaft, translated as Institute of Sex Research, Institute of Sexology, Institute for Sexology, or Institute for the Science of Sexuality. Nonprofit foundation, the first sexology research institute or center in the world. I understand the timing of 1933 100%. And the main purpose of the institute, they campaigned on progressive and rational grounds for LGBT rights and tolerance. The committee published the long-running journal Nope, whatever that word is. It doesn't even translate it for me. And they built a unique library on the Institute of Gender, Same-Sex Love, and Eroticism, which is important. I'm speaking from my own thoughts, but I would say is very important to understand and be aware of in today's climate of radical conservatism that seeks to push the political spectrum in North America and Europe, the democratic nations of the world, towards pushing any education at any level, including at the college level where it's adults learning, which there's nothing wrong with teaching at a young level either. But once you get to be an adult, you can learn whatever the fuck you want. But they're pushing against any education on any of these topics. Isn't it since the dawn of humanity? Since you've existed? What up, Ziggy? Yeah, they were. Where would we? They got all the topics. Public education, very paramount. Sexual and reproductive health, very important. Sexual intermediacy, I don't know what that word means. Or this proposed form of classification said that every human trait existed on a scale from masculine to feminine. Masculine traits were characterized as the dominant and active, while feminine traits were passive and perceptive. So is that like a gender norms and a spectrum of them? Sex organs, physical. Jeez, this is a whole trace roughly to similar ideas held by Charles Darwin. My goodness, this is old information. Really yeah, that's what it sounds like. Transsexuality, transvestism. I think that we go into that term. We should go on to the terms because I think that's a term that's not acceptable today. Yeah, an old term. That's the word. Homosexuality, intersexuality, and then the Nazis decided to burn the whole damn thing to the ground. There's the picture that Void was talking about. When hate drives you, bad things happen. Oh, Ziggy, The Marvels was good, my friend. Good on you. Good on you. I love that movie. I'd like to see it again. I hope it comes into Disney Plus soon, which it probably will because it's not doing well in theaters. And everybody keeps blaming it on it being a women-led movie. But I honestly think it's more to do with people just... I don't think people are going to the theaters as much anymore to see superhero movies. They're on a downtrend. But I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. Wait, did I do that right? Yep. Gender. This is where a lot of people tend to misunderstand the difference between gender and sexuality. Did I say that right? I think so. Gender being a societal norm or a societal definition that exists on a spectrum. One's innermost concept of self as a male, female, a blend of both, or neither. Somewhere in an identity of how you perceive yourself and how you present yourself. And one's gender identity can be the same or different from their sex assigned at birth. I got here just in time to drop one. In the words of Dead Kennedys, Nazi punks, fuck off. Hell yeah. Genderbread person is a good infographic. What does that mean? I'm gonna look on a different screen in case there's anything. Why did it do that? Whatever. Genderbread person. Okay. I can't type. Hang on. Really? That's cool. Let's see if we can open this new the image. Genderbread person. It's pronounced metrosexual.com. Identity is identity determined by the brain. Expression is your outward characteristics. Attraction is what gets the heart beating. And sex is what gets the genitals beating. Sorry, it made me giggle. Gender identity, womanness or manness. Gender expression, femininity versus masculinity. And these are shown as a spectrum in all cases. And your anatomical sex, femaleness, maleness. Identity is not the same as expression, which is not the same as sex. And gender is not the same as sexual orientation. Hey, Stemper. Hi, Kita. Sex assigned at birth. Female, intersex, and male. And that's the part that has more to do with chromosomes and your physical characteristics when you're first born. And contrary to what you would read on any right-wing conservatives post, there is more configurations than what you remember from your high school with just X. Is it XX and XY? There are many different configurations. I read somewhere once that there's up to 8 common configurations of that, but common being still very low percentile numbers in many cases, but going even further than that, there's been identified, I thought it was over 30 different configurations of chromosomes. So in other words, chromosomes don't mean shit in terms of how somebody identifies and expresses themselves. That's all I'm saying. Sexually attracted to, romantically attracted to. This is really cool. Thanks for shouting that out, Joe. I'm the same as redheads. I thought that was the amount of transgender people was about the same as redheads. Maybe that's left-handed. I don't know. Why do I even try to talk? Hey, I'm sorry, but I got interested in gingerbread. It sounded fun. I mean genderbread, but you know what I meant. Exactly, Joe, exactly. Oh, I agree. I mean, there's a lot of information, and I guess it doesn't hurt to review it and listen. It's redheads. Okay. Hey, Oct New, thank you for your work on this and helping Void out. Very kind of you. Okay. Terms and definitions. Highly appreciate if people take the time. Oh, hell yeah, Void. And this is a very ignorant cross comparison, but as a person who's well educated in electrical engineering, when somebody outside of electrical engineering says, "What does this mean?" I get so excited to talk about it. I feel like it's probably similar for somebody in the transgender community to get to talk about it's very different because it's a life learned knowledge, but also obviously you've educated yourself quite a bit as well. I feel like there's got to be a parallel there in terms of feeling a bit of joy that people are trying to learn and understand. Hell yeah, Oct. You're looking for info, volunteer with a Planned Parenthood if you don't have a PP around. He said PP. Oh yeah, we got, look, oh man, what was the, yeah, HRC, there you go. If you want somebody to donate to, the Human Rights Campaign is one. Void actually mentioned a couple earlier today that are good groups. The ACLU, because and this is Void's words, sorry Void, but they're pushing trans rights to the Supreme Court in the States right now. In the past, I've supported the Trevor Project, but Void informed me that they're still on strike, which is unfortunate. But there's several others, and I think in the presentation there's a slide on that too. So transgender describes the full range of people who identify with a different gender than the sex assigned to them at birth. A trans person may or may not identify on the traditional male or female gender binary. They may or may not use hormones or undergo surgery to achieve a new gender identity, but neither are necessary for a person to be trans. It's all about how they identify, which from our gender-bred picture, it's all what's inside their head, who they are on the inside. Gender binary, the idea that there are only two genders, male and female, and everyone must fall into one of these two classifications. It's antiquated and ignorant to believe that it's a 1 and 0. Computers are 1s and 0s, people are not. Non-binary, a person whose gender identity doesn't fit into the traditional gender binary structure of man or woman. Yeah, that falls into the entire spectrum of gender. Or wait, okay, this is my question. Is that considered, if you have your gender identity on a spectrum, is a non-binary person outside of the gender spectrum? Or are they like the middle of the gender spectrum and they're just everything? Maybe that's a dumb question. They're neither. They're kind of outside. I'm really curious. Sorry, I'm sitting in silence because I'm like, I never thought about it before, but yeah. Cisgender, adjective used to describe a person whose gender identity is congruent in a traditional sense with the sex assigned to them at birth, from neither to anything in between. I guess that makes sense. Again, however they personally identify. If they feel that describing themselves as non-binary is ideal for them, then they can fit anywhere on or outside the spectrum as long as they're happy. Okay. Also, cisgender, obviously by the fact that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about and I'm trying my best to learn. Assigned male or female at birth. The sex assigned to a newborn based on the physical structure of their genitals and other biological characteristics at birth, including everything related to reproduction, such as hormones, chromosomes, and certain internal organs. When you pop out, the doctor holds you up by your feet. They poke you a couple times, and then they go, female. And then they throw you, and the nurse catches you, and they wrap you in a little blanket. They hose you down, wrap you in a blanket, and then they throw you. It doesn't exactly go like that, but it is pretty gross. There's so much gross stuff. Assigned gender at birth. Yes. Oh yeah, instead of stating the female or male. I got you. Dead naming. The practice of calling or referring to a transgender person by the name they used at a previous time in life and are no longer using, whether or not calling them by that name is intentional. The best practice is to use the name the person has chosen. And I've been told before that once you learn a person's new name, it's okay to fuck up, but it is important, and that person spent a good amount of time finding that new name, so it's important to, if you want to be a friend, if you want to be kind to your friend, to spend some time triggering that switch in your brain to fix it so you don't use the old name, the dead name, and show them some respect. But if you do fuck up, saying sorry helps. Yeah. Gender expression. Ways of expressing and interpreting one's gender. through clothes, hairstyles, mannerisms, body modifications, or name. Gender expression varies depending on culture, context, and historical spirit. Period. Which, very important. Culture, context, historical period. Gender is a social construct. So it's going to be different depending on so many characteristics of where people are. Hell yeah, Joe. That is fair. Gender affirmation, the process of making changes to recognize, accept, and express one's gender identity. Okay, if you can do it, can you do it? You should try, and then if you can't, I'll do it. Sure. Joe seems very kind. Do it. Oh, okay. Then I will. You ask. Oh, well, I missed a slash. There we go. This might include any combination of social, legal, and or medical changes that might range from changing one's way of dressing and hairstyle to having gender-affirming surgery to change... Oh, I got a hiccup. Hell yeah, Joe. To changing one's name and sex designation on legal documents. I never thought about that before. I understood the medical and outward appearance to affirm one's gender, but I never thought about legal documents. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense, especially if you're the stresses involved with somebody traveling internationally and their passport being forced to state a gender other than how they identify. I definitely understand how there would be quite a bit of affirmation involved in having that reflect who you actually are. No, I never thought about that before. And it's kind of dumb because I've had almost the same haircut since high school. Ever since I got rid of the mullet with the spike on top. In grade school, it's basically been the same haircut. But every time I show my passport to a customs officer, I always think, oh fuck, it's not going to look like me. It should be pretty easy for me not to think like that. It's got to be much harder for somebody if the law won't allow them to represent themselves as who they are on their legal documents. And the term queer, an umbrella term for those who think of their gender identity or sexual orientation as being outside of societal norms. Once considered a derogatory term, queer has been reclaimed by many within the LGBTQIA+ community as a term of empowerment, but may still be considered offensive by some, especially if used by a person who is not in the community. Beep. Okay. That is on Void's documentation, undesignated, non-binary. That's pretty cool. I know where I live, there was a big fight because we're a conservative province about being able to have that designation on your personal legal documents. I believe it ended up the government of the province I live in lost, and they have to allow it because it's a federal jurisdiction, human rights. So and federally, Canada's not we're more progressive than America federally. So that helps lean us towards the way we should be more often than not, or at least more often than south of the border, but not enough. Beep. Whoops. California to MT. Montana, and was shocked by how many people were offended by queer but dropped hard R's. Languages is always. Yeah, I grew up and was always understood the term queer to be very offensive. And then when I started streaming, people from the community told me that it wasn't offensive, and then I read this and see, shit, maybe I need to really watch and not use that term. So now I've been trying to push myself to say LGBTQIA+ instead, or the rainbow community, because I really like the term rainbow community. Hopefully that one's okay to say, because it just makes me picture pretty things. Pretty things are cool. Gender affirming care. A little more detail on what that means. Hormone therapy, treatments that lead to the development of certain secondary sex characteristics, depending on what that person is trying to achieve. Fair, Void. They might include androgens, estrogens, progestogens, or testosterone. And then surgical procedures that help people align their bodies to more closely match their gender identity. They may include chest and genital surgeries, body sculpting, facial feminization, and hair removal, among other treatments. Oh, the Alphabet Mafia is wonderful too. I saw that one on TikTok. I love that one. Alphabet audience. Or the Mafia because we're scared. Or the Rainbow Mafia, I've heard too. Then genital surgery. A number of procedures that can be done to align the genitals and reproductive organs with a person's gender identity. Bottom surgery is slang for gender-affirming genital surgery. Chest surgery. Surgery to either remove or construct a person's chest, depending on what they want to achieve. Top surgery is slang for gender-affirming chest surgery. One surgical procedure used to masculinize the chest, called a bilateral mastectomy, involves removing most of a person's breast tissue. It is often accompanied by repositioning of nipple, areola, and chest contouring. Facial surgery. For a transgender woman, treatments may include Adam's apple reduction. It's all such scary things, surgery, man. Oh. Procedures to reshape the nose or other areas of the face. Surgeries for a transgender man might include jaw augmentation or enhancement of the Adam's apple. A buddy of mine sold titty pics to pay for his top surgery. If you're comfortable with it, use them if you got them. Hell yeah. Yale Medicine. So if you... Oh, okay. You put the sources cited at the end. Hell yeah. Breast augmentation using implants to enlarge the breasts. And I saw articles, TikTok videos from people in the community, in the Rainbow Mafia. Somebody who's cisgender, who goes through breast augmentation or any of these other surgeries that a lot further align or reaffirm their gender alignment with their sex assigned at birth, is still part of the overarching gender affirming care envelope. It just happens to be gender affirming to match what you were assigned at birth, as opposed to matching how your gender identifies or how you wish to be presented in society. Is that follow under the same thing? Okay, cool. I got you. Terms to avoid. So we're going to not state the terms, but you can read them. The first one is a person who dresses in clothes of the opposite sex. A transgender person or cisgender person may or may not cross-dress. Cross-dresser is the preferable term. I remember a neighbor of mine when growing up in a small conservative Saskatchewan town, often cross-dressed. He, as far as I know, I didn't know him personally, but as far as I know, he identified as a man, he, him pronouns. I was far too young to know anything and too ignorant to know anything about this. But that term was used quite a bit in the community, referring to him. I would not be surprised if he had a very hard time living in that community. The next term, once used to describe conditions some people are born with in which reproductive organs, structures, or tissue don't fit clear male or female definitions. The term intersex should be used instead. So that would fit into like the spectrum that the human body can be born with in terms of chromosomes that influence all of these outward or even physical attributes. In certain circles, it's also drag. Oh, fair. This one, once used to describe a surgery that alters a body for a person transitioning from the sex they were assigned at birth. Better terms to use are gender-affirming surgery, sex reassignment surgery, or gender confirmation surgery. I don't know if I've heard that term since I was very young either, so it's clearly working, the education campaign in society to get rid of these things. This one, just a straight out slur. Use transgender people or transgender person. Much better. I've never even heard this slur, or if I have, it's so a long time ago, but another slur, it characterizes a transgender person's existence as harmful to cisgender people. Oh, yes, I have. I get it now. A lie or deceptive. Oh, yep. Yep, okay, that's fair. Fire away, Void. What's another one? To all the cis people, if people want to slur themselves, fair. Just like my friend who got banned from the old No Pixel. Nothing to do with No Pixel. The old RP server I was on, because amongst her close friends, on IRL and on the server, she called herself the F slur, and one of those people who also used that slur had in character beef with them, so decided to report them, and her boyfriend was an admin who nixed my friend from the community without any further proper discussion about the nuances. It was not in front of other people in the city. It was in private with a small group. She used the term to describe herself, and that's why I say that city has transphobia and kicked her out as a result of the fact that she is a trans woman. Wait, should I have said transgender woman? Where was the term? Where'd that go? Didn't we just read that somewhere? Oh yeah, transgender person. Semi-cis, kind of not cis, which was ever brain is whatever. But when cis people think cis is a slur, yeah. Say trans femme. Okay. Wait, fam or femme? Trans fam sounds like, what up, fam? Yeah, I don't, Joe Air, when mainstream started discussing, in North America at least, or when I remember it, which when I remember it was far later than it should have been, but started discussing legalizing gay marriage. I remember people would talk about, what are you, some kind of Homo sapien? And then people would be like, no, that's not me. because of the other, I think that's a slur, term that people thinking that it meant homosexual, which is obviously not the same thing. But in the scientific classification of what a sapien is, and us existing as Homo sapiens within the evolutionary thing, it shows the lack of education, the lack of ability to self-inform, and the absolute pure ignorance that people possess, because they were so insulted by being called Homo sapien. It's parallel to that, this whole cis ignorance. It's literally a classification of people to help identify, and likely stems from a scientific source, and study what's happening in life and all around us. Why would you be offended? It's just, that's where you are. Chill out. Correctly most of the time. So like, instead of stating a transgender individual, they're just a woman or a man. The only reason I use trans woman with my friend is because she openly uses the term herself, as she does music and she streams on Twitch. We should shout out Miso. And she does so to call attention and try to be a positive representation for the community. But I feel you. I think I understand. This is the opposite of trans in Latin. New Jersey is cis-Atlantic to London, which is transatlantic. There you go. On this side, as opposed to trans, which means on the other side. There you go. Let me see if I can remember. Actually, Miso just put out... I haven't heard it yet. Miso, is it... Miso put out... Oh. Does it find the people I follow first? Damn it, Miso, why do you gotta use a name that I forget, which is basically any name? It's Misa. Yeah, it is an A. I'm dumb. I'm gonna shout out Miso. She's always said it Miso, but it's spelled Misa. I never noticed that before. There, that's my friend. They are wonderful, and they actually just did, I haven't heard it yet, but they did a song with Carmen from No Pixel, because Miso's on Prodigy now, where Carmen's RPing, and they did a song together. I think it dropped on November 18th. It'll be on their Twitter. Maybe, boy, maybe. We'll see if they're still around at the end. Use if it's still around. How do I know what pronouns to use? Just ask. Yeah. The first times that I asked, I felt afraid because I felt like I might be insulting someone, but everybody is very positive and happy that you're willing to ask, so just do it. Do it. Or is it? Let's do it again then, small friends. Whoa. How do I know what pronouns to use? If you don't know someone and aren't able to ask them, works as a gender neutral default. Someone's gender identity may not line up with their current gender expression for any of a variety of reasons, and therefore how someone is dressed isn't enough to determine what pronouns to use. Note that intentionally using them to refer to someone who does not use they them pronouns is another type of misgendering. So Please note that these are not the only pronouns. There are an infinite number of pronouns as new ones emerge in our language. Always ask someone for their pronouns. Subjective, she, he, they, they. Objective, her, him, them. How do you say that? Zer, I get, is her, here. Is that just another zir spelling? Zirs. Possessive, hers, his, theirs, zirs. Flexive, herself, himself, themself, zerself. Oh, hell yeah, Kita, throw them up. I got Clip Q open. I'm not planning on going into No Pixel at all tonight, so I'll definitely watch some clips and laugh. You see the examples there. She is speaking. I listen to him. The backpack is theirs. Z is speaking. I would also say that if somebody has their pronouns in like an email signature and then you meet them for the first time IRL, if it's something that you're not, like if it isn't on this list or it's a pronoun that you're not entirely sure how to pronounce correctly, there's nothing wrong with asking that either. Making sure that you address somebody correctly shows a sign of respect. Yeah, I saw a video recently of this lady doing an interview on one of the European or the English talk shows, and she's all proud of herself, talking about how she's very well versed in grammar, and she thought it was all wrong that people were using they and them for the singular, and like she did a whole talk about it. But then she said, "But I came around when I understood how it makes people happy," and then everyone was clapping for her, and I was like, "But she was still wrong. Somebody needs to step up and educate her. They them is not in the English language is not just plural. It's always been singular. Stop it. Stop it." We use it all the time in the singular. But it just made me laugh because she spent a good portion talking about it with just how sure she was that it is only plural. Come on, man, do better. Somebody should have corrected her. This is just a cool slide. I like that. Unknown gendered person has left a wallet. What are you asking me? What will you say? Oh, dude. Oh, what up? Someone left a wallet over here. If it's yours, can you please come claim it? Or are you saying I should be... Oh, are you flipping it to it? I should be... Hey, they left a wallet. What was easiest when an unknown gender does X? What do you call them? Oh, they, them. Fair. Yeah. Always a non-gendered pronoun. When I first started streaming, and I was like, I need to say goodbye at the end of my streams, and I don't know how to do it. I mean, now I've been saying, this might hurt my throat, I'm a little sore, but watch out for birds! But before that, I always say, good night, my friends. I decided that my friends was my way of keeping gender neutral, but still showing extra respect and kindness, I guess, in a non-gendered way. Yeah, without like crossing any weird lines or isolating anybody, just, thank you for being here, my friends, kind of thing. I started that when I first started streaming, and now it's just kind of comfortable now. It's easier for me. But yeah, the trans non-binary umbrella. Transgender and non-binary are both umbrella terms for numerous gender identities. While both binary, trans people, non-binary people, and many gender non-conforming identities falling under them. I'd say left in general, open and accepting from BBMC to the clowns, the bridge of hubcap. Oh, absolutely. BBMC is coming from a conservative right-wing province where all these tough conservative men, they gotta act so tough, and meeting the BBMC, that was the first thought going through my head the first time I met them in character, was like, are these just like the character version of the people I grew up with? And then you meet the streamers, and even the characters themselves reflect it, because they're tough people. They're not just guys in the group, but they're tough people who are fully accepting and loving of everybody. And you meet them through streams out of character, and you kind of giggle, because growing up, tough people were not like that. They were the assholes across the spectrum. I love the BBMC. They're fantastic. And Hubcap. I agree with you, Joe. The trans umbrella covers both binary and non-binary trans people, while the non-binary umbrella covers anything not specifically man or woman. As a note, it's always best to ask someone's gender, as some people may or may not identify with either umbrella term listed above. Though, asking someone's gender is different than asking someone's preferred pronouns. Preferred pronouns can be asked of anyone who you are having a conversation with. Someone's gender is most of the time none of your fucking business. You don't necessarily need to know someone's gender to be friends with them, to share a bond with them, to have a beer with them, to sit next to them at a football stadium. You know, most of the time it's probably none of your business, as long as you're showing kindness and respect and ask and understand their pronouns and address them correctly. If they wish to share more about who they are, great. If you become closer and you're friends and you wish to discuss that, wonderful. But all I'm saying is, maybe don't go up, what are your pronouns? Also, what's your gender? And while you're at it, what sex were you assigned at birth? Step back a little bit. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And I guess we should definitely pay particular attention to the term two-spirit. Ignorant me once again. I only learned about this a few years ago. No. I think I tried to separate. I was still asking that. I tried to separate in the questioning the acceleration from. I hope I did. Sorry if I didn't. I was trying to separate the asking pronouns to asking gender, and then going even further to asking what's in your pants. Not that I wasn't trying to associate the gender with that, but I'm sorry if I did. Two-spirit has its own? Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, we're still gonna read it. I only learned about it a few years ago, and there's a two-spirit person I follow on TikTok who I most likely was the first person I came across who talked about the term. But it's highly respected within indigenous tribes. Someone who is two-spirit is a person who has multiple sexualities, genders, and or spiritual identity. But yeah, we'll go into that more. Identities outside the binary. Yes, and it's not something to claim, but I know you talk about that later. Identities outside of the binary include agender, gender fluid, gender queer, and many more. The easiest thing to do to find out is the same as pronouns, just ask. Must know gender identity terms. Gender queer. I love that everybody gets a flag. Intersex, agender, transgender, non-binary, gender fluid. Two-spirit. An adjective. Excuse me. An adjective used by some Indigenous and First Nations people as an umbrella term to describe people who are not straight and or cisgender. Many indigenous communities have specific words in their language to describe these experiences, but some do not. This term should not be used to describe people who are not indigenous. Only use it for an indigenous person if they use it to describe themselves. Much like many terms in the indigenous community, Two-Spirit should not be colonized by the non-indigenous community. The term chief has been colonized and used in non-indigenous ways. Shouldn't be. Same with powwow. Many times somebody at work will shout out, "Yeah, we're just having a little powwow over here." Not okay. Same thing applies for Two-Spirit. That's what's being sent there. It's an indigenous term exclusive to the indigenous community. Let's leave it there for people in that community to self-describe if they wish. Otherwise, it's for somebody outside that indigenous community. It's just not for you. No, that's fair, Boyd. First Nations and American Indian are Western terms. They prefer to be called. Fair. That's a good point, Joe. When I'm describing the group of people who Europeans collectively tried to colonize and erase genocide from Turtle Island, I always try to use the term indigenous. But when you're speaking about an individual directly, yes, they may very well prefer different terms. So the company that I work for is part owned by an indigenous investment firm, and it's called the Lac La Ronge Indian Band. And recognizing that Indian is an antiquated term to describe the first people of Turtle Island, they choose it as a moniker to represent themselves, and as a result, when I refer to that company, I use that term. Exactly, Joe. I wouldn't use it to describe the greater group of everyone who was here, but yes, in the context of an individual or an individual smaller community who does still prefer to use it, it's their prerogative. How far back we've been here? Yes, Floyd, absolutely. The dawn of civilization, the dawn of humanity, the rainbow community has always been here and was accepted in various civilizations and societies throughout time. So there's no reason we can't accept and not be hateful today. Intersex, an adjective used to describe a person with one or more innate sex characteristics, including genitals, internal, reproductive organs, and chromosomes that fall outside of traditional conceptions of male or female bodies. I don't know what I ate on the plane today, but I've had heartburn ever since. Hums didn't cut it. Do not confuse having an intersex trait with being transgender. Intersex people are assigned a sex at birth, either male or female, and that decision by medical providers and parents may not match the gender identity of the child. Up to 1.7% of babies are born with sex characteristics that don't fit typical definitions of male and female. That makes being intersex as common as being redhead. Like you said before. I would also like to say that this is a good time to point out you can also support by celebrating Native American Heritage Day the day after Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving is a genocidal holiday. Fuck Thanksgiving and fuck Columbus Day. Tip of the hat. You're not wrong. In Canada, our Thanksgiving, from what I understood, and I might be wrong, it was originated just as a harvest feast, and it's not linked to directly linked to any of the genocidal aspects of the attempted colonization, but it probably could just be renamed because the link is there in society, and renaming it like Happy Harvest Feast would be so much nicer. Common non-religious holiday celebrated as independence from Britain. That's a good point. You bags. Is this one I should click as well? Intersex people. Do not confuse having an intersex trait with being transgender. The most pressing concern in the intersex community is that fact that many intersex children undergo irreversible, unnecessary surgeries and treatment without their consent. Basics of covering the intersex community. Susan is an intersex person. Intersex people are people. Avoid any statement of calling it a disorder or old antiquated terms. Don't make assumptions. Avoid focusing on genitals or bodies. Yeah. Uh-oh. What did I just... Now I can't hit this. Unfortunately, it won't be around until Tuesday. Oh, is Thanksgiving this weekend then? Huh. Didn't realize that. You going away for family, Nim? Yeah, no, we were talking earlier, baby girl, that we understood that in the term Indian was being phased out. Just we were reflecting that there are still some individuals or groups who prefer to maintain the use of the term. And as an outsider to the community, we would respect if that as an individual or a community wishes to continue to use it. But yes, we completely agree. The term is antiquated and moving away. Indigenous Heritage Day is Friday. Oh, okay, thank you. Good to know. Well, I didn't know that, Void. I'm not American. Indigenous Heritage Day. So that is done intentionally, I assume. Oh, it's Bad Baby Girl. I'm just going to call you Bad because I feel weird calling someone Baby Girl. I call you Bad. That must be an intentional thing to align with. Guys, trip with my grandfather and some family friends. Oh, nice, Nam. I hope you have a great time. Fair enough, Kita. Indigenous Heritage Day. I prefer to support other. Yeah, no. I hear you, boy. We appreciate you being here and sharing some insight. Bad. Get in touch with your inner America. Well, yeah, okay. Hey, Blake. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, my grandpa, the Baker family name lineage traces back to England. My grandpa and the Baker group that I can trace from is from Alabama. And if you asked my grandfather where we're from, and you said the Baker name is from England, he would probably curse you left, right, and center because we're American. We're American. We're from Alabama. All right, Gramps. How the fuck did you get here then? America! No, you didn't. My tradition is to make pho and eat it with my family while celebrating. Everyone has a day off. Nice. Now I'm hungry. I wasn't hungry. I had an upset stomach this evening. Now I'm hungry. We're talking about Transgender Day of Remembrance. And we're learning about the greater envelope of the transgender community. Like, should be fun. My dad and I unfortunately missed our last year. Oh, well, hopefully you get some good weather, Nim. It needs a peepaw and a lifted truck for that. Ojibwe. Chipaway? Chippewa. All right. Well, if you have any other information than what we talked about in terms of Two-Spirit people that you know of or you'd like to link, we'd appreciate it. We're doing our best to learn from an outsider's perspective and what information we could find. Statistics overview. Statistics and facts. Approximately 0.5% of the population is transgender. Over 10% of transgender people report recently attempting suicide within the previous year. Trans people are 2 times more likely to think about and attempt suicide than lesbian, gay, or bisexual people. 22% to 43% of transgender people have attempted suicide in their lifetime. 2/3 of trans youth report recent self-harm within the previous year. And I gotta think that a lot of these statistics, the self-harm ones, are increasing on account of the legal and political attacks in becoming so mainstream and codified in law. Where I live, they recently made it so that if a child under the age of 16 asks their teacher or their friends and the teacher overhears to refer to them by a different name or different pronouns than what they were assigned at birth, that teacher has to inform the parents immediately and get their permission first, which is not only a human rights violation in Canada. We have what's called the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, which is comparable to the Bill of Rights in America. It violates that, but our government knew it violated that and used what they call a notwithstanding clause to avoid accepting responsibility for it and permit it to still exist. Because in Canada, when we codified our Charter of Rights and Freedoms, we put an escape clause for racism that said if we can put a notwithstanding clause in there and permit it to still exist and still violate rights, which they've done in the case of our government where I live is okay with violating the rights of transgender members of the transgender community who are youth. What are you hunting, Nim? Oh, deer. Yummy. What are you? No, for sure, Void. No, there's no argument about the existence of transgender community or anybody in the under the umbrella. 4th great grandma. Okay, I'll look in a sec. I haven't had deer meat in so long. Our government is getting sued right now, and they knew it was so wrong. Very nice picture of Edith. 1525. A long time ago. You want to debate human rights? Yeah, there is no debate. Where I live, they're being sued by several human rights groups, but the politicians who brought about the hate-fueled law added a line to the law that absolved them from any responsibility, so that the individual themselves, the politician themselves, can spread messages of hate and write a law that spreads hate and violates the rights of children, but they don't have to accept any responsibility. So, all around the Great Lakes. That was just around the Great Lakes. Elk meat. Oh, that'd be interesting. We have elk where I live, but I don't hunt. I've never tried it either. Suicide rates. 67% of transitioning people thought about, I wonder if we shouldn't have used the term suicide, instead used something softer. I don't even know what's the term. Because I know that term can be triggering. I never thought about this till now. Oh, use it. Okay, well, big trigger warning then. We are using it. Yeah, okay. Even the human rights groups that I just did a quick Google for recommend using it, but trigger warning. Fair enough. Only 3%, so 67% of transitioning people thought about suicide pre-transition, and only 3% post-medical transition. The suicide stats for trans people able to transition and who have the support of society and family friends are around the same as the overall suicide stats for cis people. According to the CDC, the percentages of people with suicidal thoughts range from 3.3% overall to 6.9% overall, depending on region. In other words, permitting a person in the trans community to work with their healthcare professional to take them whatever steps are deemed necessary for their personal identity and self-worth are something that should be promoted, supported, and funded by government-supported healthcare, and permits them to live as themselves, ending up with similar life troubles as the rest of us. It helps them. It's good for those people. Get the hell out of the way and let the medical professionals and the people who know what they need take care of it. Those that are two-spirited in our tribes have been hard, as they haven't been accepted very much, but it's getting better. As I understand, bad, that's because, from how I understood it, traditionally, indigenous people of Turtle Island had a lot of reverence and respect for two-spirited individuals, but because of the act of colonization and the impact of trying to force Christianity and force the indigenous out of the people, that changed, the abuses suffered, changed that outlook to more align with the religious outlook that was brought with the colonizers, if that's correct, yeah? The usual problems of living in a capitalist dystopia. Fair void. That's a good way to put that, eh? And what I mean to say bad is it's less about anything the indigenous communities across Turtle Island have done negatively and more about a reflection of the attempted genocide by the European colonizers, and really still the community's still healing, and unfortunately the two-spirited community, as you say, there's still a long ways to go to find that acceptance that they deserve. Right, would definitely recommend a dive in machismo. I feel like I've heard the term, but I don't even know what it means. Exactly, Void, the lasting effect. the cycles of abuse. Yeah, I think Catholicism has negatively impacted almost every corner of the world. Yeah. But it's okay, because I got told this weekend that I'm not atheist. I'm just a wannabe atheist. Because I told them that nothing in the Bible is historically accurate. And then I questioned what a wannabe atheist is. That's who I am. Sorry. I still think about the conversation. I was really drunk at the time. It was like 4 a.m, but what does any of that mean? Homelessness. Yeah, okay, so this is another aspect of pain for the community. Gender minorities are more likely to experience unsheltered homelessness. I think the better term, actually, I should have recognized this too. Isn't it supposed to be those without homes? Oh, but in this aspect, it's not describing the person as homeless. It's describing the actual act of to be without a home. Okay, we're there. Cisgender adults, 48% are unsheltered. Transgender adults, 56% are unsheltered. Gender non-binary adults, 82% of 48% of people are unsheltered? What? Unhoused. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. We just do our best with the languages we can, for sure. Hey, Joe? Is that... What? I knew we had a housing crisis, but what? Holy shit, I didn't know. I mean, this is fucking insane. Basically, if you're non-binary and an adult, there's a high probability that you do not have a home. Oh no, I completely recognize that we have more houses than people, more living spaces than we do people. But capitalism dictates that we do not allow them to live in those houses. I have long, and I might be nuts, but I believe that corporations should be banned from being permitted to own any place where a human can live, and individuals, regardless of wealth, should only be permitted to own 2 homes. You may own the house you live in and you live your life, and if you need to, you can own a cabin somewhere where you go visit. And if you're married to someone, each of you can own a second house. So you might be able to own a couple of houses, but that's within your family, but that's it. This whole buying up an entire subdivision and renting it out to people and Airbnb-ing it to people, get that out of here. Exactly, Joe, exactly. Buy every single house and give them away free, and they still wouldn't lose a cent. We see what you're saying, my friend. We see what you're saying. Guillotines, tons of guillotines. Equal access protection is still needed for gender minorities experiencing homelessness. Cisgender adults, 49% are unsheltered. Wait, what does this mean? Unsheltered rate by gender. Unsheltered percentage by gender. Oh, is this an updated number for the next year? Gender adults. I'm a little bit confused. I'm not sure. Minorities experiencing homelessness. I shouldn't have read this when I was tired after partying all night. So now I should have asked that question. Oh, so this means access to support systems to help. Cripes almighty. Right. No, I got you now. Allyships. Tips for allies of transgender people. Can't tell if someone is transgender just by looking. Don't make assumptions about a transgender person's sexual orientation. If you don't know what pronouns, listen first. Listen first, then ask if you're still not sure. Don't ask a transgender person what their real name is. Holy fuck, that's gotta be the insulting thing. I can just picture like a Karen voice. No, but your real name, like when somebody is a visible minority, and then no, but where are you really from? Like that kind of thing. Oh, my real name is my name too. Yeah. Understand the differences between coming out as lesbian, gay, or bisexual and coming out as transgender. Be happy and whole. When a transgender person has transitioned and is living their life, it is their truth. Oh, so this is saying, so in the LGBT community, coming out and stating their sexuality can be part of their affirmation to help them find who they truly are and be whole. Whereas in the transgender community, outing themselves in public like that could be isolating and source for pain and violence. So it's not viewed as something that's necessary. They don't need to disclose it. Does that not mean gay? Oh, for fuck's sake, Joe. You're talking about the spelling of my name. I thought you were... turning that off. I'm hiding. I wasn't reading. I'm sorry. You just... Oh, son of a bitch, Joe. You done embarrassed me hard. Yo, Ellie Buns, thank you so much for the sub. Thanks for the 4 months. Now I have to come back. Thank you kindly, my friend. No, you make fun of me. I deserve it. Do it. Do it. Oh my god. I'm so dumb. Sorry, Joe. I thought you were teaching me that this means a different thing than what I thought. No, I understand that, Void. 2 of the admins on that old server I was on told me in messages in the admin chat for that server, because I was an admin, that when I said that the admin team is being transphobic by banning a trans woman for who she is, the 2 of them in individual messages said, I can't be transphobic. I'm gay. I'm part of the community. And then LOL, LOL. And as a cis man, I was like, I'm dumb enough to understand this is not correct. What? Yeah. LGB that just pushes. Really? Well, fuck them. They show up here, they're banned. Be careful about confidentiality, disclosure, and outing. So if somebody tells you, discloses to you in private, it's not your information to share unless and until they say that they're okay with it. Joe's winning fans here. Respect the terminology a transgender person uses to describe their identity. It seems like such an obvious thing. Didn't Aretha Franklin already teach us all about this? Be patient with a person who is questioning or exploring their gender identity. A person who is questioning or exploring their gender identity may take some time to figure out what's true for them. They might, for example, use a name or pronoun and then decide at a later time to change the name or pronoun again. Do your best to be respectful and use the name or pronoun instead. The new one. Where the hell is Hammy and Meg? Yeah, probably out and about. You have a Twitch bot? I want to learn. What the heck? Hey, I want to look at that. That sounds so cool. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, so you may watch a conservative comedian and they'll make jokes about first they were he, him, then they were she, her, now there's some z, them. It's not funny. That what this is saying is an individual has to find who they are, and it's not as simple as flipping a switch. They may need to try a few things on before they find their identity, find what makes them comfortable and happy. And if they ask you, if they're your friend and you love them, and they ask you to use different pronouns than what they told you yesterday, fuck it, switch them up. Understand there is no right or wrong way to transition, and that it is different for every person. Don't ask about a transgender person's genitals, surgical status, or sex life. I'm about to turn 43, and I have never once asked any of my friends IRL, like, about their genitals. How big is it? Surgical status or sex life? I've never wanted to know. If they're my friend, they're not my friend because I want anything about that from them. It's none of your fucking business. Just don't bother people about it. Again, it seems so obvious. Leave them the fuck alone. But, yeah. Avoid backhanded compliments and helpful tips. Oh yeah, I've seen some of these used online. You look just like a real woman. She's so gorgeous. I would have never guessed she was transgender. He's so hot. I'd date him even though he's trans. Like, yes, okay. You considered a voice coach. You'd pass so much better if you wore less, more makeup. Ain't none of your business. Challenge anti-transgender remarks or jokes in public spaces, including LGB spaces. Jeff Sachs is a failure of that from this past weekend. Or that guy who I never met before told his joke. I guess it was more than just an anti-trans joke. It was a anti-rainbow community and whole joke. Yeah, I'm pretty introverted and have trouble confronting people. I'm sorry. Totally to know all about that stuff. Right, Ziggy? There are some guys, I played hockey for a long time. There are some guys where you're in the locker room getting changed, and it's an open locker room. You're stripping down and you're getting ready for hockey. And the first thing they think of is talking about whatever woman or person they were with. What the fuck are you telling me these stories for? I don't need to know. I don't care. And the fact that we're all naked at the time and that's the story you thought of, why? were you feeling like being naked with a bunch of guys somehow was questioning your masculinity, so you needed to prove it? Guess what? Guess what I did? I don't care. I really don't care. And then when you're out on the ice, there she is. I really didn't need to know. I'm sorry, but guys are fucking weird, man. Speaking of bad jokes, my brother-in-law was giving it to me on the weekend. I don't remember what it was about, but he was getting lippy. And then one of his friends, they were giving it to me pretty hard. And it was something about sex and stuff. So I may have made a comment to my brother-in-law. You really want to make these jokes to the guy who's got 2 kids with your sister? You really want to open that can of worms? He just goes, turned around and kept drinking his beer. I don't remember what jokes he was saying, but trust me when I say it was justified. There she is, and it's your sister that you cross-check. Come on. Oh, another broken stick, son of a bitch. Okay, sorry. Support all gender public restrooms. Fuck, I wonder what we're doing at the new... I suck for this. We're building a new rec center. I got to see the plans. I never even thought to look at that kind of thing.
Where's Alex?
I think that it has to have it in Canada. I'm gonna look it up later. I gotta do it off stream, but I'm curious. Help make your company or group truly trans inclusive. Wait, how do we do that? Your part. Remember that. Implementing policies that address them. Oh, okay, I'll look at our HR policies tomorrow. Just from that thought. Trans inclusive. I say it. No balls. Yeah, there's no balls in hockey. God damn. Boyd's not wrong. At meetings and events, set an inclusive tone. In a group setting, identify people by articles of clothing instead of using gendered language. For example, the person in a blue shirt instead of the woman in the front. Similarly, sir and madame are best avoided. Hi, I'm Nick. I use he, him. Oh yeah, say it for the start when you meet. Oh, I should get in the habit of that. Plus, saying it would shut up idiots who think that I align with them. God, I love that. Watch, I'm gonna read this, and then next time I meet somebody for the first time, I'm gonna be like, "Hi, I'm Nick, and I use he, him pronoun." Fuck, that's not my name. I feel this. Oh, but have to be careful because it may put a trans person on the spot. Okay, good to know. Oh, that is what you cluckbag. Listen to transgender people. The best way to be an ally. Yeah, I've said many times that anytime you're learning about a community that you do not belong to, your best bet is to shut your mouth. Just shut the fuck up. That's all you got. That's all you gotta do is shut the fuck up. It's so easy. Just shut the fuck up. Learn that transgender people are not new. Have been around forever. Know your own limits as an ally. Don't be afraid to admit when you don't know something. It's better to admit you don't know than to make assumptions and say something that may be incorrect or hurtful. Remember, being an ally is a sustained and persistent pattern of action, unidle or stable noun. Fair enough. Organizations to support. Yes, I was trying to think of that earlier. We have a link to the presentation in the chat. I'm going to put it in the Discord and tweet it out. If anybody wishes to go through it, click through some of these. We're also, throughout this, have been calling out Boy, you fuck. Throughout the day, the allow deny is not working. The auto mod stuff, Void. We've been calling out the Human Rights Campaign for sure. They got their equal sign stickers. Fair enough, Fox. Appreciate you. National Center for Transgender Equality, Human Rights Campaign, GLAD. Human Rights Campaign is worldwide. I don't know about all of them if they are or not, but for sure, look up community groups to support if you can. It is worthwhile. This is so cute. Too bad that couldn't like make a custom ped for no pixel. How cool would that be? Eh? Transforming the world with one smile at a time. Good job, Small. Wait, oh, this is Spirit. Hell yeah, Spirit. My bad. I didn't realize that. Yep, sorry. Hey, Dean. I'm sorry, Void. I get it. I see it. It's the watermark is too. Oh, okay. A local charity to you? I know I've supported the Trevor Project in the past, but I think they're having labor disputes. I thought it was settled this past summer. But look into that. If they're still fighting with their union, then don't support them until they smarten up. Support unions. That's the only way we're going to get better lives for everybody. MTUG. Hang on. MTU. Wow. MTUG. Okay, apparently you can't go to the address bar when you're in full screen. Motorola Trunked Users Group. Metro Trans Umbrella Group. That's probably the one. Injury to one is an injury. Damn, look at you go, Joe. Yes. Food pantry, STI testing, free name change assistance, Alex's closet, an in-house spot to grab gender affirming clothes, and a private changing area. Wow. These wonderful people. Oh, I thought that tie was the colors of this award. It's like, that's a badass tie. Thank you for sharing, Dean. You are still striking? Okay. Oops. Yeah. Complete link. This is the one that Dean was talking about. Boop. What up, Zier? I appreciate you, my friend. Presenter, Zach. Zach gets no credit. All I did is talk a lot, and I was probably going to talk a lot anyways, so all the credit goes to artists, Laugh X Spirit, Small Print, researchers and editors, Gabe, Nicole, Oknu. I hope I'm saying that right. And I don't know who this is. They just kind of showed up one day. And anybody see them anywhere? If you've heard of them, you know, tell them we love them. Thanks, Void. And because Void rocks, there's lots of sources cited, although some of them were even linked throughout. And we appreciate you for it. Yeah. Mhm. The Void. That's true. It's not just Void. It's the Void. Yo, Bad. Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you kindly, my friend. Appreciate you. Thank you kindly. This is why I thought it was small, because the first picture was small. I'm sorry. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend, though. As I kind of talked about before, I was off to Grey Cup for the weekend. Do you still have your charity, your GoFundMe going to help with your gender affirming care? Because you can link it. Yeah, I was off to Grey Cup. Every year, my dad and I go to the football game. Don't tell nobody this, but I didn't even watch a football game this year. Watching sports is just not really a big deal to me. Going in person is fun, though. And going with my dad is the only reason I want to go to Grey Cup every year. But this year, he got diagnosed with colorectal cancer and had surgery on November 1st. There was an infection as a result of the surgery, so he went back to the hospital. And the day I flew out without him was the day he got to go home and was finally feeling better. So he missed Grey Cup. I didn't want to go without him, but he convinced me that it would be better if I did. And I went. We have some friends there. There's a group of about 20 of us who meet up every Grey Cup. So I met up with, there's 4 of us, myself, my dad, and our 2 friends. We hang out at every event at Grey Cup, but then there's a bigger group we always see. And the other guys told me they really wanted me to go, so I hung out with them the whole time. It was weird because sometimes the other guys, they're really big talkers. They're very social butterflies. They go around, they talk to everybody. I'm not. I like to go and dance and act like a fool out on the dance floor, even though I don't know what I'm doing. I don't care. But I don't do well with the small talk. And when my dad's there, he's the same way. So sometimes we'll find ourselves just sitting at the table together alone and like, all right, we could just chat. But when he's not there, it's just me sitting there. And you're like, time to go get another drink. And I get really drunk, and that's not good. Going to the college basketball game here locally. Hell yeah, Lappy. I've been thinking about that a lot, actually. I'm going to get my girls, take my family to a hockey game coming up here next year. Get them tickets for Christmas. I think they're only like $25 a piece. And for kids, it might be 15. Who is it that's Ojibwe? Oh. Yeah, Saskatoon Blades, just a local team. No NHL teams where I live. Oh, for sure, Bad. Thank you to Void. I didn't know anything about Transgender Awareness Week or the Transgender Day of Remembrance today, November 20th, until Void mentioned it and then spearheaded putting together this fantastic presentation. White and bluish with black spots. She crawled under the deck and she was covered in mud. She turned brown, had to give her a bath, and I got caked in water. Ouch. Aaron Morning. Do it. What is that? What are we doing? Oh, regarding legislation. Excuse me, in the States. Worst laws passed. Worst North Dakota. I think I'm like right here. Partially over North Dakota, partially Montana. Something like that. I think that's where Saskatchewan is. Do not. Oh shit. Florida's a do not travel. Good gravy. That's crazy. Hell yeah is here. The I'm a broken record, and I apologize in advance for that, but when I first started streaming, I remember Black Lives Matter movement was strong and gathering steam. And I remember Dr. Lupo who's someone I look up to in the streaming community for his activism in terms of raising money for charity. And he took a bit of backlash from the BLM community. And at first on his Twitter, he was like pushing back against, like, what are you talking about? I support BLM. And then it was pointed out to him, and he opened his eyes and admitted that he was wrong. If you have a platform of any size, it doesn't matter if you're streaming to 3 people or streaming to 23 people. It doesn't matter. Or like Dr. Lupo, 2,000 people. It doesn't matter your community size. You have a responsibility to support those who don't have a community size. And I guess the other side of it is, the larger your community, the larger that responsibility is. Because in the case of someone like Dr. Lupo, this is me, I'm not knocking him. This is what he recognized and admitted on his public Twitter profile, that when you have a community of the size of his, you have a greater responsibility to society at large to shed light on those who don't have a large community, don't have a voice, but need one. And that is what my goal is in skipping the fun RP for an evening here and there to talk about something that matters to few, but should matter to everybody. What's up, Shiga? How you doing? Hermit? I've never even heard of him. What is that? Hermit crab. Wow, what link? I'm in trouble. What did I do? Okay. Similar nerdy and okay.
Help me see. I'm blinded by your
Joe Hills. Okay. We looked them up after. Thank you. Where is Zax? What? Hi, Shega. How you doing, my friend? As pansexual, I am happy to have lurked through the whole presentation. Like, it overjoys me to see someone willing to show something for this stuff. Hell yeah, Nightshade. Okay. I clicked it. I'm sorry. Let me write those down. Kara, this, and what was it? Oh, B-dubs. I got bad something stuck. I told you I'm not feeling good. Laughing Spirit, much love to you. Your artwork was fantastic. Hi, Miz. What is an informed consent, doctor? Without extreme gatekeeping. I don't know what that means. Did you know that it used to be extremely difficult to get on hormone therapy as a transgender person? Under old protocols, you'd have to jump through dozens of hoops just to get started with your medical transition. Some clinics required therapist letters, and many therapists would only give those valuable letters after 1 or 2 years of intensive gender therapy, where they would question your entire narrative of being transgender. Often they would deny you the letter if you were a transgender, gay, or lesbian person. Non-binary people were not allowed to transition at all. Many times they forced the transgender person into registering for surgery before offering hormone therapy and would withdraw the hormone therapy if the transgender person did not follow through. Informed consent clinics started popping up, making HRT much easier to access. Doctors and providers would trust you that you are transgender and would focus their effort and attention on ensuring that you can access hormones safely. So they would permit you to inform yourself and understand who you are instead of forcing you to jump through hoops. I think I get that. Much love, Fox. Much love. I got you, Kita. I was looking at it earlier, my friend. Oh, yes, the lineage all the way down, hey? Cool, Kita, cool. You have some pictures going back a long way. That's surprising. Okay. So if you're going through and wanting to speak to a doctor who's actually intelligent in terms of care for transgender individuals, wait, it goes into Canada? What's this about? St. John's, Newfoundland. My parents are Newfies. They're from Newfoundland. But it doesn't actually show the rest of Canada. Just for some reason, they threw in Newfoundland. Just one Newfoundland, just out of the blue. Oh God, please don't let it be that we just don't have anything like that in Canada, except for in Newfoundland. Maybe they just, I don't know. I don't know why there's nothing. That's disappointing. Oh God, there's nothing in Western Canada? 'Cause look, they got lots in Southern Ontario, Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto. This is where I was, in Hamilton. St. Catharines, Niagara, Guelph, all these wonderful Canadian places, and then you go out west. Yeah, it's okay, we hate people. That's too bad. Thank you for sharing. Let's go. Look, that's so pretty. Does this clown have a name? Spirit? Oh, sorry, Void. I didn't see you say that. Yep, you're right. They got some in Europe, Australia, Japan, Hawaii. Hell yeah, Hawaii. Presentation is pinned in the chat. Because Void wonderfully did that for us. But I'm going to throw it in the Discord. Oh, I missed New Zealand. Can somebody see if it's in New Zealand by clicking that link from Void? I think I closed too many windows to find it. What am I doing? Where's a good place to put the link? Hell, we'll put it in main chat for now. Informative present. You should share it in the mod chat, really. Presentation about Transgender Day of Oops, I missed an N. Remembrance. I think if you actually get rid of the word edit, it works better for sharing. Character. His original color he wears is black and pink. His clown name is Flusty the Clown. Very cool. I think I've seen the original color before then. Maybe on your Twitter or on your TikTok. What do you hashtag something like this? Trans rights are, it's a long one. Human rights? Fair enough, I could put trans on there. Where could we find the original picture, Spirit? Oh my god. Look how happy.
I don't know what to say, but every day feels like the same to me. Recently feel like the same days on repeat. Don't know how it became. I've gotta say though that this ain't for me. Desperately, I need some kind of release. I don't care what in the form of, but I need it quick. Yeah, I need it strong. Something to take the edge off how I feel. Cause I feel like I'm wasting all my time. I'm stuck in a daydream.
Put Flusky on.
Ever since I was 18, won't change me. I went to my feet hurt, but keep going deep.
That's Moose Knuckles.
I'm lost in a daydream.
Yeah, that was Winslow. 100% right. Have you shared Flusty on Twitter at all? Going back a ways. These are so cool. Ellie, Trixie, Skittles.
Feel the old me just fading away into the background and no one can see. I'm a prisoner inside my own brain, but I feel free. Why? I don't care what in the form of, but I
battles and nightmares. Madam Gandalf. I swear I've seen it somewhere. Freaking chatty. Musty. Oh, there's one. I've seen the cartoonized version. I wonder where you showed that. Or maybe I'm just making that up and I'm picturing it in my head.
When we're sky high, I know it ain't right. It's just something that we do to pass the time inside my mind. Recently,
Got you. Thank you for shouting them out, Lloyd. Yeah. That is the wonderful presentation put together by some wonderful people about a very important and serious topic. Thank you for chatting with me and listening and, I don't know, being part of it. I will say my intention is not to jump into No Pixel at all tonight. I plan to just hang out, chat, and watch some clips that people have shared. If you've got any funny clips from all the time that I've missed this last week, feel free to share them. I haven't seen anything. I didn't have my computer, so I didn't hang out in anybody's chat. I can't. I don't even have Moose is in MCU or ICM. he's in the ICU. If I wake him up, the doctors get a call and I have to take him out, and I don't want to. I don't want to talk. That's the thing. In RP tonight, I still feel pretty raw from the game. Plus, I have stories from the trip. I don't know. I think I only have one that's interesting. I told Void it earlier. The other ones I kind of told at the start of the presentation because they were tangentially related. But my other story, I almost got in a fight at the football game. Yeah, Moose is hurt. I'm not a fighter, but I wasn't drinking at the game because I had drank more than enough, more than my fair share. So I had a big bottle of water and a big thing of Pepsi and like just chilling, dressed multiple layers because you got to stay warm. It was +4, whatever that is in Fahrenheit, 4C to F, 40 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and you're sitting there for 3+ hours. So I had multiple layers on. Ready to watch the game. This is what I'm excited about, right? So I sit down a few minutes as the game is getting started. A couple, guy and girl right in front of me, guy beside her, show up. They are beyond drunk. They are just like the guy. He doesn't even. He sits down right away because when he's standing up. You know, when you get really drunk and you do that teetering thing, you're just not standing straight anymore. Well, that was him. So he sat down, but she's in that drunk state where yell, scream, and talk to everybody, which you're at a football game. Do it. All the power to you. But instead of just yell, scream, and cheer, she turns around, puts her hand on my thigh, and like keeps grabbing my thigh every time she turns her. I don't want physical contact with somebody I do not know. So I'm very uncomfortable. And she keeps she was talking something about my dimples. I couldn't really hear her. I don't know what she was saying. And then the guy beside me, a friend beside me, she starts doing the same thing to him. I think he has dimples too. I don't really know. But she was going on and like getting very touchy-feely. So I'm very uncomfortable. she moved off of me and focused mostly on my friend. And I was like, if you're uncomfortable, we need to say something. She like, this is weird. And he's like, I don't care. It's fine. Well, then at halftime, he took off to use the little boys' room. And I assume he went there. Green Day was the halftime show. And Green Day was huge when I was in high school, university. I love Green Day. They're awesome. This is the first band at a Grey Cup I've gone to that I even know and am excited to see. So I'm on my feet. I got my phone out. I took a picture. I sent it to my dad because all through the game, we video called him at the start. We texted him pictures. I was trying to keep him part of it because he's the only reason I went or I've ever gone. And all of a sudden, like I'm looking at my phone, texting, and all of a sudden, I feel my little moose knuckle gets poked. There's no reason my little moose knuckle should be getting poked. This is not cool. I jumped, like standing up tall. What the fuck? And I look down, and it's this person who's in the row directly in front of me with her hand out. I thought about reaching down and like slapping her hand, but your brain, I'm in shock. I didn't do anything. I just jaw hit the floor, and she's like, she leaned back, and then she's like, where'd the guy next to you go? I don't know. I think he went to go take a piss. Leave me alone. And then went back to my phone, sent my dad the message, and just kind of sat there in shock till Green Day came on, and I'm like, I'll just slough this off and move on. But a couple minutes later, she turns around again, grabs my inner thigh, like fairly high up, gives it a squeeze, and then she's like, I'm so happy you guys are like talking about us being there. And I interrupted her and I said, like, look, that is enough. I do not want you touching me. I did not consent to you making contact with me. Move away from me and stop. I will talk to you. I will cheer with you. I am happy to be at a football game, but don't touch me. And the instant I said that, she turned around to her guy, who meanwhile has crushed several drinks, has smoked a joint, despite it being, joints are legal in Canada, but they're not permitted on the premises at this event. No smoking at all of any kind. No vaping, nothing. He had a big fat one and just sucked that thing down as hard as he could because he was going to get caught. We were trying to get him told. She picks him up to his feet, turns towards me so I definitely can hear, and starts yelling, yeah, this asshole just told me to go fuck myself. What are you going to do about it, honey? Now I'm like, oh great, I now have to fight because this fucking person has been touching me. And fortunately the guy can't walk because he's still tipsy and he's in the row in front of me, so I got like at least 2 feet above his head, way taller than him. All I gotta do is lift one of my big boots, but I'm not a fighter. I don't know what to do. But so he's like, all I could hear is him going, should I fucking hit him now? And then she said, no, just let him sweat a little, then we'll hit him. I was like, fuck me, this is what I'm dealing with? So the two of them sit down. She gets up and leans into the row in front of her and tells all those guys that I told her to go fuck herself, and I don't know what other names she said. She was going pretty hard. So now 2 or 3 other guys in the row in front of them are now looking at me and giving me dirty looks, and I can see them talking. I can't hear them. It's so loud in there. So the rest, Green Day was finished. The next quarter, 4 quarters in the football game, the third quarter went through, and the whole time, I don't know, she was yelling at me a bunch. I couldn't hear her, so I just kept going like, I don't need to talk to you. Leave me alone. Third quarter ends. Her guy friend, whatever he is to her, he was so hammered that now he could no longer stand up. I'm pretty sure they snuck liquor in and maybe something else. So she picks him up on her shoulder as he's leaning, and she's like, "You're fucking lucky we're ready to go home early." And she walked off down the aisle. I turned to my friend who had now long since returned from going to the bathroom. It's like, fuck yeah. The last quarter of that football game was the best quarter of that football game. Nobody hit me, and nobody was touching me anymore unless I was okay with it. But yeah, fucking people. Fucking a derpy Christmas ornament, emo bundle. Hell yeah, good for you. But yeah, that's my story from there. It was fucked up, and I was trying to put myself in like reversing the gender roles. In this case, female presenting, male presenting. If you flipped those and it was still a whole crowd full of guys, I imagine there would be, like, I was afraid. I didn't want to get hit. I could imagine the fear levels would go up about 10 times higher at that point, you know? It's fucked up, man. But yeah, at least the football game was fun. The team that won, the Alouettes, were staying in our same hotel, and this is kind of a feel-good story. My friend, who I said there's 4 of us who go every year. One of my friends, he's been going to Grey Cup since 1991. He's 65 years old. He has played football all growing up, played hockey to a semi-pro level, like a fairly competitive level. He was a very good athlete growing up. Sports are big to him. He coached all of his kids. He's coached his whole life in hockey and football, and he has been going since 91. He met a friend in 1997 who together, like, that friend started a tradition. He would go and find a player off of the team he thought was going to win each year and gift them a silver dollar, a gold-plated silver dollar. He was an American guy from Sacramento, and because the Sacramento gold miners were in the league at the time, and he would gift the player a gold-plated silver dollar. And for 10 years or 9 years in a row, every time he did that, that was the team that won the prize. Or won the Grey Cup. So it was like their big thing that his coin was winning the Grey Cup for them. In 2007, his friend passed away from cancer very quickly, and left him in his will his remaining silver dollars, gold-plated silver dollars. He had to get them made, or maybe he bought them. I don't know. But in any event, he had left 2 remaining gold-plated silver dollars to my friend. So in 2008, my friend's favorite team, the Calgary Stampeders, was competing, and my friend gifted their quarterback at the time, who at the time everyone said could never win a championship because he wasn't championship material. He failed a few times. It just wasn't going to happen. He gifted him the gold-plated silver dollar before the game and told him the whole story. And, like, he just lost his friend to cancer, so it was pretty important to him. Well, the Stampeders won, and my friend got invited into the after party by the quarterback and got to lift the cup, kiss it, and party with the team for the night. Ever since then, he's held on to that last gold-plated silver dollar. This year, for several reasons that were pretty personal to him, he decided it was time for him to gift that last silver dollar. And Montreal was staying in our hotel. He ran into the coach of the Montreal Alouettes, Jason Moss. Saturday, the football game was on Sunday. He ran into him Saturday morning. I wasn't there because I was really drunk Friday night, so I slept in. But they were up at like 6 in the morning downstairs looking for breakfast. And they ran into the coach, my 2 friends who were there. Jason Moss. And he told him the whole story, and my friend always gets teary-eyed when he talks about this story because it means so much to him. And he gifted Jason that last gold-plated silver dollar, and he told him, you guys are going to win. Montreal was the underdogs. They were not supposed to win. And he said, this will be the 11th time a coin like this has been given out, and this is going to be the 11th time that it's correct and it predicts the winner. And that motherfucker was right. Montreal won the fucking game, and they won it on the last play of the game. They had to, they should not have won it. It was so close. It was crazy. That, I'm a pretty tall guy. I'm 6'2". My friend, he's got to be, if he's not 6'2", he's very close. Except he's got about 100 pounds on me, and he's got a pretty big gut, but it's not, all his weight is not in his, he's still strong as hell at 65. As soon as they won, I jumped up out of my seat, and I was like, where in the hell are we right now? What the fuck is happening? And my friend, he jumped up, and he grabbed me in the biggest bear hug I have ever had, and lifted my feet off the ground. And he's like, this is amazing. And when he finally let go, I wrapped my arms around him too. He finally let go. I looked at him, tears in his face. He turned and grabbed our other friend, and made the guy's life. 11 times in a row, every single coin that his friend bought and ended up being given out in advance of that, their favorite game to go to together, predicted the winner. I think technically it's 6'1" and 3/4 inch, but also I slouch really bad. But yeah, I am. When we got back to the hotel, we were planning to eat in a Moxie's that was attached to the hotel, but the Montreal team booked the entire place for their after party. So we went down there after we ate at the Denny's on the other end. We went down there to see if Jason Moss was available, and the team media organizer, I don't know what her title is, she seemed like she was in charge of everything. She offered to call him because he was still at the stadium and was not planning to return till about 2 a.m. But she offered to call and let my friend talk to him and just, close out the story and congratulate him. But my friend was like, you know what? He's partying with his boys, the team at the stadium. Let him have his time. I'll run into him another time. But it was pretty badass. I look up to you with you being fair enough, Nightshade. Fair enough. He told the story that night after the game, because he's been going since '91. Everywhere we go, he runs into somebody he knows. This is only my 6th Grey Cup, and I've started to get to know quite a few people, but I'm not very memorable, so usually they forget about me. I have to remind them. This guy is he's larger than life when he talks. So everywhere he goes, he knows somebody. He told the story at least 3 or 4 more times. Every fucking time. Just welled up with tea. Oh. The man, it made his life. It was amazing. He took a big risk giving that coin. And he told us on the way to the game, nobody but the 3 of us in this vehicle knows that I gave that coin out. We keep it that way. People under 60 need those fractions to feel taller. Fair enough, little black guy. I just think it's easier to say 6'2" instead of 6'1" and 3/4. I could say 6'1" too. I don't care either way. 6'1", that's fair. 5'6" and 1 people taller than that is amazing. My height is fairly average. Alright, let's watch some funny clips because I want to see what the hell the clowns have been up to. I think those are my only 2 real stories from Grey Cup other than the earlier one. I played a prank on the guys. I hung out with my brother-in-law and went back to the Airbnb that all his friend group were staying at, and we ended up playing cards till 5 in the morning when I caught a cab back to my hotel. So I texted guys I was with at 5:34, and I said, hey, I made it back to the hotel. All's good. So I had my own room. Passed out. The next day, they gave me shit all day. Oh, Jeff's out till 5:30. Whoa, party animal. I was hurting. I was tired. They made fun of me. So the next night, I hung out with my brother-in-law again. Got back to the hotel at 2 o'clock because I'm going to be out all night, 2 nights in a row. I need some sleep. But I went on my phone and I sent a message to say, hey, I made it back to the hotel. Whew, another late night. And then I scheduled it to go at 6:07 in the morning. The next day, what in the hell are you doing, Jeff? How are you out so late again? After a few minutes of them mocking me, I finally came clean and told them, you can schedule text messages on your phone? They're both retired. One of them's retired. The other guy just turned 65. They don't know that stuff, you know. Your music seems slightly louder than you. Really? Well, here, we gotta shut the music off anyway. Appreciate you telling me that. I just had it on mainly for the presentation. We could turn it off now. Okay. They call me the greatest of all time for nothing. Theo?
Or baby.
What am I missing?
I got Shaddy in the car with me right now.
They have no eyes? They didn't see you? Oh my god!
How did that happen?
They call me the greatest of all time for a fucking reason, bitch.
I did not think
Are
you
you
were
yelling
going
at me, or-
Oh my god! Oh my god!
They're looking for me bad right now, though, Minnie.
All
He
right,
landed it and
I
got
can run
away.
Distraction, I guess.
Nice.
Eddie, you piece of
Over to the
shit.
red pipes. Other ones, the other ones, the ones other side.
Welcome to the Warlord Zone, bitch. I got you till tsunami.
Doesn't that throw them outside? They just escaped from prison.
I think I fucked around.
Except they're clowns. They would just go knock on the door and ask to be let back in. Go your own way. The cover of the presentation, they're talking about Prince. The one on the far left.
I ain't changing nothing. That was interference. That's two, bitch. Fuck you.
Why is his screen so big? Oh, that's a hard one. Oh!
Oh, it gave me the hardest one.
Why is his camera so big? Wait. Oh, Canada? Yo, Miss Alice. How was your night? Which character were you tonight? Although I don't know if I've seen you do your other character.
Kirk!
It's Thor. What do you expect? Oh yeah, Little Black Dress. Well, big shout out to Void, Small Prince, Spirit, Onknu. Damn it, I forget he's. And the others who helped out. Oh, we're Layla. Okay. Have their names, Void. Quick. But much love to you. Much love to the whole community. You know. We gotta spread awareness. Plus, it's a cheat because it educates me while I'm at it.
Softer than baby shit sat out in the sun.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you just gonna take that, man?
Of course he's gonna take it. He's soft. He's a
Well, you
baby.
know what?
Oh,
Your
he's
dad's
gonna take
a
it.
lunch lady.
You're real good at his job, but you're just a
That's crazy.
Oh, that's
That's
the worst
crazy.
chicken I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Shut up, Wednesday.
Bad chicken.
All right. All right, I'm gonna have to show you how it's done.
Yep.
That's
Show 'em how it's
bad.
done.
Show me better, since you think you're so cool.
Really, Void? Really? You're gonna make those? No. I ought to time you out.
Even
We
more.
don't hate clowns.
Bro, I fucking hate that clown,
It's
whatever his
fun.
fucking name is. What
Put
are
it
clown
down.
names?
Put it away. Put it away. Hey, you can't pretend to be a
Bumba, how you
cop.
doing?
That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna
Hey.
go. I'm gonna go steal a cop car. And I'm gonna drive around. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
Stop.
be like, "This is Bob Sterwin of the PBSO. Pull over."
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Stop fucking clowning around, bum
You
bum.
can't tell a clown to stop clowning around, man. That's
his whole
not
thing.
fair.
Hey, listen. Okay, you're good,
That's
bro.
like
You're
that's
all
like
good.
saying stop
Thank you.
breathing.
That
Like
was
what?
good.
Yeah, like-
damn.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's stressful to try and do the 803. Joe.
Pull it over. This is Bob Sterwin of the PBSO. You're going to jail.
Fuck yeah, Mungo. That really sounds good.
What do you think you're doing? Running from the law?
I'm just saying, if gets a little, do some Fortnite.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were saying.
Did he change Mungo's look to match
One.
What did you think I was saying?
Bob Sterwin?
What did he mean by this?
Minecraft.
Yeah, I'm saying if Minecraft gets boring, we can do Fortnite.
Oh, I see. I see.
I'm fucking it up. I'm choking.
I'm 2 down, baby. 15K says no. You're about to eat your 15K, Charlie. Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck, that was so quick. All right. Well, I think I'm done.
Oh, poor Mungo.
I think I'm done here.
I love when anyone tries to humorously talk shit and then fails so miserably. Except when I do it, it's not funny. It's sad. No, it's still funny.
There are 8 recognized species of bears.
There are 8 recognized species of bears. Tell me this. That's not the best impression ever.
Is that who that is?
Tell me that's not. It's spot on.
American black bear. brown
American
bear,
black bear,
which
brown
includes
bear,
grizzlies
which
and
includes
Kodiaks,
grizzlies and
polar
Kodiaks.
bears, Asian black bears, sun bears, sloth bears, spectacled bears, and giant pandas. But there's a secret ninth.
What is the name? SAN 2 N's. Sandman. I don't know how I've never followed him before. Thank you.
We'll call the Ripster, dude.
How long does your Costas bell last?
What did you just say?
It's a reasoning for war. It's a Costas bell or something. Holy.
That was cool what you just did.
I didn't mean to do it.
It was cool though, wasn't it?
Sure was.
Hey, that was so cool. You are the best. I like to pull because I like to get wet when I sweat. That's right. Let's go.
Yeah.
Stop at the casino and make a bet on red. That's right. When I lose, I'm dead. Cause then I'm out of money. Oh, honey, so sweet. Like a little bit of meat marinated in some sugar. I like to eat my boogers cause they taste so good.
Yeah, starting on blow.
What?
Kirk, starting on blow.
What do you mean? What that makes go to the casino?
Kirby.
Murphy's behalf.
So we give you an allowance.
Serious, dude.
Yeah, exactly. We need an allowance. Exactly.
The car is fucking total.
Can I have a little discussion with somebody about that?
Okay. We will call you back, or you call us back, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And take it easy and be safe.
You, Kirk.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, Scruffy.
He's dead. Ain't no way. Oh, God. Hell yeah, Ham Slapper. It was good, my friend. Might have had a little too much to drink a few times, but it's all right. I had fun. It was weird without my dad, though. There was lots of moments for sure. Hell yeah. He's Scruffy. He didn't notice.
Murphy's
him.
behalf. Exactly.
The car is fucking total.
Can I have a little discussion with somebody about that?
Okay. We will call you back, or you call us back, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Maybe Kirk
and
did notice
take it
him.
easy and be safe.
You, Kirk.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, Scruffy. Adam?
Oh, this game.
Oh.
We came across some sludge before.
I don't know what's happening in there.
I don't know about all that. Adam's okay.
I don't know what's happening in there.
Sting!
I'm going down.
My flashlight is at half.
Whoa! Oh. What is that? What the fuck is that? No, hell no! I'm gone. Later, I'm gone. Oh, I'm gone. The weather. Bro.
Okay, we gotta go back. We cannot lose all our shit.
Oh.
Wasn't. Look. Wait.
Adam?
We cannot lose all.
Mr. Theo dead. Is that like Kirk's profile picture? Because I'm just saying. Twinsies.
Nope. Absolutely not. Nope. Nope. Oh my fucking god, that scared the shit out of me. Oh my god, the flashlight was empty. The flashlight was empty. Oh my god, that scared the fuck out of me.
5:30.
Good job, man.
Thanks, Adam.
I don't trust the bridge.
Did you fall down and die?
Dude, I fell out and died, and Alex saw me died. 5 seconds later, goes, "Yeah, I don't know if he's dead or not." Like, how nice of a person do you have to be?
Did we go straight from here?
To ignore that you saw me die when you knew you couldn't do anything.
Yeah, I just don't understand the point of Lethal Company. I don't know what they're doing.
Here we go.
Okay, so take a right here.
Collecting
and then it should be
resources
straight
or something?
on. Oh, it's night time.
Yep. Oh.
Turn in your call. Party.
We'll go draws the clowns.
Hello.
The little hat.
Okay, well, I don't have any. I don't have
Oh,
any.
we need to get Sooty in here.
Wait,
as
is this
well.
the person that held me hostage? When am I gonna have some? Like, obviously, so right, eventually. Oh, what makes you think that? You're a danger.
And also, there's like, pew.
You wouldn't have hurt me, even though
Fireworks.
there was like, you know, like even though you had a gun pressed up against my head.
Pew. Fireworks.
Was it funny? How was I supposed to know? Okay, well, if it's so funny, what's your name?
The sound effects are just so accurate.
Visiting for a long time.
Maybe he's moving.
Just sitting there reading his book.
He might.
That's my head cannon.
Who made this?
Oh my god.
It's our other brother. He does nothing but want to fight with
I'm
people.
just gonna go.
This is amazing, dude.
Bumbles? Yeah, she's fun.
Wow. Did your wife do all this? By hand?
Okay, I'm just gonna go with Gray and.
That's crazy, dude. Some people are just crazy, man. On an iPad, some people are just insane. I wish I was this talented, man.
That is super awesome.
I wish I was this talented. This is amazing.
Oh, really?
Oh, damn.
So cool.
No, Bonbon, your fuchsia is matching Cupcake's
Hey, Skip the
fuchsia.
Zip, how you doing?
Perfect.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
They're all shades of purple in this clown.
Yeah, I got that
family.
update.
That's right.
Go your own way.
What's that, guys?
What?
Everyone's got to learn how to take advantage of someone.
I don't want to.
It's the next
Hello, customer.
Yeah.
Happy.
What?
This is a reminder for you to pick up your order for
Son
Lily.
of a
You
bitch.
recently added a sex swing, floppy
No.
shoe flashlight,
What?
and non-lingerie to your
Added?
order. We
No.
thank you so much for
Handsome.
your order. Thank
Operator.
Yes.
Oh, my
Yes.
goodness.
It's so good.
He's gonna kill. Anything else that I missed that was funny? Oh, that's looking like it'll be amazing, Kita. Absolutely amazing.
What's that, guys?
What?
Everyone's got to learn how to take advantage of someone.
I don't want to.
It's the next
Hello, customer.
Yeah.
Happy.
What?
This is a reminder for you to pick up your order for
Son of
Lily.
a
You
bitch.
recently added a sex swing, floppy
No.
shoe flashlight,
What?
and non-lingerie to your
Added?
order. We
No.
thank you so much for your
Handsome.
order. Thank
Operator.
Yes.
Oh, my
Yes.
goodness.
It's so good.
What I say? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Miz. That is epic.
Let's go.
Okay.
Doctor, you need to perform surgery. Is she okay? I just want to know if she's okay, please. I just want to know if she's okay.
Hospital officer. You get one
I just want to know if she's okay.
Oh my god.
I just want to know if she's okay.
Got killed. You really don't care about
I just want to know if she's okay.
Warning, I'm giving you 10 seconds or I will shoot you.
What? You're going to kill me?
9,
What do you mean?
8,
Doctor, please get
7, 6.
Can't shoot me for this.
5,
Doctor, please get. They're going to kill me.
3,
Well, they won't, James.
They're going to kill me.
1. Get out of here.
That seems a little over the top to go shooty like that. Would have been more fun to RP some stuff around it before, but I guess I didn't see the whole thing. Oh, Space Boy's just talented on everything. What's up, Techno? Technicolor beans?
Listen, guys, she's probably just asleep.
Yeah, no.
That is,
Denial.
that's why she helps him more. She would help me if I asked for it, but she likes me more because I don't ask for it all the time like needy old chatterbox.
Hey, Tessa, can I have your help? Because I'm stupid and I got stuck in this situation.
Whereas me, I'm just like, hey, Tessa, you know, we're so close, you and me, and I know I'm your favorite, and that's
Yeah,
why.
no, he's lying, Chad. Chad, don't listen to that. That's all lies. Like, you know, now he's just trying to lie to you guys and, you know, trick you guys. But that's, you know, no. We all know what the real the
Chatterbox, if I'm lying, where's... Oh no, is it going?
You know,
it's going. You guys got them fake fighting. Oh, nice.
Hey, Chatterbox. Hey, buddy. Hey, pal. Guess what? If you're gonna tell me if you're gonna tell everyone I'm lying, okay, you got to give them some evidence as to why I'm lying. What do you mean? What sort of lying, huh? Where am I lying? Give me the proof. Receipts. Receipts. Where are they? Chatterbox doesn't know what receipts means. He's a fucking boomer, okay? That's too young of a term. That's a millennial term, and it's still too young for him to understand. You know what I mean? This motherfucker still pays with checks, okay? I'll be hearing none of this sort of talk from him.
Oh, you guys.
What do you call it? Capitalism. Free market. You know, if there's a demand, you can charge whatever you want.
Gotta find that niche, you know?
That's right. I think you could convince other people in the city to do this too and make a shit ton of money. No way! No way! No way! I swear to God! I swear to God, both the gritty and the pill were Spike. I swear to God, my cat just killed James. Oh my God. Of every key to press on the keyboard, he hit F3. Oh my God.
Hey, James?
Timothy.
Hi.
No way.
Mr. Randall?
It's not gonna help.
He muted my mic, grittied, and then hit the suicide pill. In that order.
Okay.
I'll try to hook up with him.
Oh, thanks for the follow.
Hey,
Man needs to close his door and keep that cat out.
we call it capitalism. Free market. You know, if there's a demand, you can charge whatever you want.
Gotta find that niche, you know?
That's right.
There cannot be very many people who have suicide pill marked to their fast button. Cats are dicks, cats are evil. Pay attention to me next time. Has there been any news about 4.0? I don't think so, hey? I was wanting to get on and take a look, but no soul.
You're not in the same place.
I'm walking away from it.
Where are you?
I headed over to Little Soul.
Any specific street?
I mean, if you
Chatterbox?
would have opened your eyes, you probably could have kicked me. You were that close to me. You just drove right by me, Minnie.
I can't tell if you're gaslighting me or not.
Are you yucking dumb? Nice.
Ow!
Oh my god!
I got a car, OG.
Guys? Uh-oh.
Damn it. Oh, God. 3,000 years ago, they were worshipped, and they've never forgotten. They want that power back, hey? Oh, that is fantastic. Whoops.
Because You took responsibility for your actions.
He did it again. I'm dead serious. He did it again.
Responsibility for
I swear to God, that was the cat. Again.
fucking way. Warning, Mr. Escobar. You come before our court again. On similar
He climbed
charges,
onto the desk
mercy
to try
will
to
no
get my
longer be the
burrito and
operative
walked on
word
the
within
keyboard
our
and touched
judgment.
one key.
This is your opportunity.
Spaceball used to be so good at RP. Now all he does is throw down these pills all day long. You've changed, man. You've
Crossing over the freeway.
Oh! He just landed on the roof of the fucking pink what's it, pink cage. He literally landed on the pink cage.
For real,
What
man?
the fuck?
Holy, that car. Is
Oh
it
my!
good?
It's either they're driving.
Yeah.
They're driving southbound power. Crossing occupation. This booster's curse for them. Jesus Christ.
Nice, Kita. Now you know, eh?
No, but like you don't follow the road. Like cops are coming up this road. What are you doing?
They're all coming this way when I speak.
You need to cut a left. Cut a left.
Left or right works, man. Whatever.
Oh. Hold on, boys.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, boys. I'm breaking. We're sliding, Harry. Yeah, just take it as we're gonna land it, boys. We're gonna land it, boys. Harry, north side of the mountain, Harry.
No, the car broke. Okay,
Lane flew out. I think Lane flew out. Lane flew out. I'm good. I'm here.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! We're landing it. We're okay. North. Polito. Cars out. Get out.
I'm not near. I need. Okay.
Lang, are you in the trunk? Are you all right?
I'm good. I'm out.
Go.
Where are we going?
Go, boys. I don't know. Go.
Straight ahead. Run across. Straight ahead. Tree line.
Go to the.
What the hell? I can't believe that didn't explode.
Ooh. It's okay, Stubble. Don't worry, Stubble. I got this.
They're no longer felony trespass. Jimbo, you're outnumbered up there. They could be dangerous.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Oh, he's going crazy. He's going crazy. He's going crazy mode.
He's going crazy.
Hold on, everybody. 459 if you need it. 459 if you need it. That's PayPal for today. I might have. Back to the UPD, Jimbo. Back to the UPD. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Jesus, Jimbo.
To do that?
No. We taught you better at Academy. Come on.
I never went to Academy.
It fucking shows.
You promoted
Yeah,
me.
we've always been able to just.
That's crazy.
What? No, you want to see the funniest part here?
Yeah, we go easy on you.
You ready?
Yeah.
So what he did is, when he ran up here, look, he put every one of these people in cuffs as he ran by them with an instant cuff, so that they don't even have a chance to break cuffs. Just instantly, they're in it. So that's why everybody was so confused. And that's why he said his PayPal's 439 if you need it. 439 if you need it. So they could rat him out to the forums. They're not going to, because it was obviously just them joking. But apparently cops can do that. They don't have to go through the animation.
Yeah, we better dive. Yep. Yeah. I'll see you on visitation, yeah? Clean.
Man,
Okay.
see you later.
He kept going. He knows your shit.
What's this? Ready?
Huh? There's no way he's blind.
Let's see.
You guys good? That is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Now that is crazy. That is crazy. Holy shit.
That was fun. This car's fast.
Oh yeah, that was so fun, man.
More T-Rex vision. I believe I can fly. test. All this is like RP information.
Right now?
We are coming on to Route 68 going east.
Ready for... Don't take to no road.
Tell me where you are going, like heading to currently, because I'm just like, it's like fucking boost up for me. It's like driving nowhere. Like I'm being useless right now. I just need
Nice.
to know what direction you're going, so I can meet you there and no problem.
There was a unit down that way, Kevin.
Bro.
Like, where'd the local come from?
What? What is this clip?
That's so
There's a
fucking annoying.
there's a CPI on.
Like, of course you're gonna sit there when your siren's on, so the locals randomly break and turn into me.
Where's that
Cool.
Okay. Drama. This one. Bye-bye.
Alright, Pigeon's a mad cunt. If Pigeon doesn't get a bench in 4.0, it's actually a sim. Like, I feel like Pigeon has hard carried gun distribution in NoPixel for too long.
With all of his amazing characters.
Even when the city's been quiet, he has just been hard carrying, like gun sales and all that, and he always tries to make it interesting. You gotta respect that.
Facts.
I think he's done more with like selling guns and all that and making it like interesting story-wise than anyone else I've ever seen in NoPixel. Like everyone else, they just fucking, you know, it's just kind of like, whatever, here's your guns, fucking give me money, see you later. You know, with him, it's like he always at least tries to make it somewhat interesting. Alright, Pigeon's a mad cunt.
I like what he calls him at the start. Just driving. Some funeral tunes. Oh my goodness. No, I think that might be it for me tonight. I'll be back on Moose Knuckles tomorrow. But assuming my voice is all back to normal, I have a pretty weak voice overall, so it's going away and yelling a whole lot kind of messes with things. Did you introduce this whole religious aspect? Oh, Moose picked up a gun from him in the church. He made us get it out of a dead body inside of a open grave. It was pretty cool, and he dressed up as a character, as a priest, and the only way he would let Moose have the gun is if, wait, why didn't that clip it? Is if we admitted something to him first, a secret. So everybody gave him a secret.
Do the best I can, flying cars through the air.
I want this song played at my funeral, even though I'm not Barry IRL. Just change it. Okay, if I die, just get Hubcap to change Barry to Bazza. I'm good. Play that. Live performance, ideally. Serving good food.
If it wasn't good food, what's the point, right? All right, I was looking for someone. Oh, now you find it. All right.
Also, I
Did
suffer
you make
from
any
a
friends in prison?
Thank you.
rare disorder called objectophilia, whereas sexually attracted by inanimate objects. It's a real problem. You know, I've been working on
You
it.
got that from your father.
What are you talking about?
Oh, it's your, your mother and all,
The hell are you talking about?
I feel like you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm curious then. What do you think? What do you think about?
I would appreciate you objectifying my mother.
What do you think about? What do you think about that over there? That you see that blue trash can there?
I'm not attracted to men.
Oh.
Nothing wrong with that, of course, but
Okay. Well, then what about the drink dispenser there?
I don't like redheads.
Yuck, big. We should go say hi to somebody. Throw a raid over. I don't remember what Amber's Twitch is, so I guess I can't go there. Let's go make fun of. You did? Hell yeah, Ziggy. Hell yeah. It was a great game, Skip. Absolutely amazing game. We met so many players in the hotel room. Some of the guys I was with met the coach, met the dad of one of the players, and he was just hilarious. Ninja Jessica. I don't think she's live. No. He was hilarious because he was telling us some funny stories, and it was a blast. Dismantle. The reason Theo had that hat on is because he stole it from Chatty in Vegas. Oh, hell yeah, Keita. That's awesome. What a cluck bag. Oh, good stuff. I'm going to raid Theo. Good stuff. I want to hear myself, though. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for talking through about transgender awareness and issues facing the community and why it's so important to raise that awareness. I know he's playing Fortnite. Let's just go show some love. I appreciate everybody. I'll be back around tomorrow night, Tuesday night, with some Moose Knuckles. Get me a little bit of a sleep and get this voice healed up a bit more in the meantime. But much love, everyone. Thanks for indulging my stories there and just for being wonderful people. Transgender rights all day, every day. Hell yeah, baby. Trans rights are human rights. Much love, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Look after one another. Take your pills. Drink your water. Get some sleep. Appreciate y'all, my friends. Yeah, watch out for birds. Good night, everybody.
Losing every lie I'm finding. Don't know how to begin, cause everywhere I look I'm blinded. Fingers in my mouth, didn't hear a sound. I've got nothing left now. Raise it to the ground so you won't feel too much left to give. Burning every bridge I'm building. This blood won't fall for that. I know what you're feeling. You're glowing me. Only I can free it. Nothing left to give if you're still with me. Should've run a spin without you to grip me. You lost. You're glowing me, and only I can see it. Don't look around. Just close your eyes and surrender. I'm all yours now. Standing barefoot in all the embers of your You're covered in, I can't shake them off. Covered in.